Welcome! Thanks for joining me for your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 16th of March for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. You can also click beneath this video on the link and subscribe to my monthly free astrology magazine, regular updates and or your free daily horoscope. This week begins in quite a momentous way, with Mercury returning to the sign of Pisces. Now, Mercury first moved into this area this year on the 3rd of February. Mercury's not at its best in Pisces. Pisces is instinctive, it's dreamy, it's watery, whereas Mercury favours facts and figures and clarity. So even though there is the return of Mercury to Pisces, we still have to make sure that we double down on the detail. So that's when communication is going to be important this week. But this can also be a week of power. Power can be used constructively, where we have a target, an objective, and we work towards it with passion, enthusiasm, determination, and willpower. And the combination between Jupiter, Mars, and Pluto can give us an enormous push to go towards the substantive things we want to achieve. But power can also be used negatively. So if someone tries to push you around, especially around your rights, or not respect your boundaries, then it is going to be important to stand your ground. Mars coming into a conjunction with Pluto, exactly as this week draws to a close, could see world events be a little bit more intense. And it could be around a nation state being a little bit too forceful. However, we also have the potential for initiation this week because the Sun returns to the sign of Aries on Friday at 3:50 a.m. GMT. We have the spring vernal equinox and the start of the new Western astrological year. So really exciting. But also we have Saturn moving on Sunday, which is about community and coming together collectively. That moves into Aquarius on Sunday, but it is going to be forging a very constructive link with the Sun all through this week. Firstly, in its transit through Capricorn with the Sun in Pisces, where we can blend our pragmatism with our instinctiveness, and then later in the week with our desire to start new things, with thinking ahead, planning ahead, Saturn in Aquarius. Aquarius is very future orientated. So if we can blend our ability to connect with others with what we do as individuals, there's so much to go for this week. It really, really is exciting. And the move of Saturn into Aquarius is one which is going to last just briefly through till the 1st of July because Saturn goes into a retrograde on the 11th of May. But Saturn is going to be coming back into Aquarius on the 17th of December and followed by Jupiter on the 20th of December. So the very end of this year is going to have a very much a philosophical and Aquarius vibe, partly because of the solar eclipse that occurs on the 14th of December in Sagittarius. So we're going to come together, I feel, much more as this year draws to a close. But in this particular week, I think it is about transitions from the very Capricornian energy that's so dominated and has been so polarizing over the last few years in lots of different ways across the world. But for now, this is an opportunity for us all to move forwards and really welcome in this new astrological year. Your specific forecast areas can see you reaching for a golden prize. And there is undoubtedly a wonderful opportunity to grasp this. But what's going to be really key for you this week, I think, is your tactics. Because if you try too hard to push forwards, to gain recognition, to demand the respect you are undoubtedly deserving of, it could actually be quite counterproductive. So you may be thinking, well, how am I going to do this, Patrick? Well, I think it is with a degree of subtlety. So it may mean taking soundings discreetly behind the scenes, having some confidential discussions, just putting the feelers out to see what some key people are thinking. Your assessment of the politics of the situation that you're facing, be it in your love life, your work situation, or if you work for yourself in terms of your business, are just going to be as important as your drive and determination to reach to that prize. Now, with Mercury also having returned to Pisces from the start of this week, there may be a sense with you that you're still a little bit unsure about what someone's motives are, and you'd be right to be a little cautious. But I think once the sun returns to your sign on Friday, this is going to be a wonderful opportunity to supercharge your efforts going forwards. Not least, you're going to feel much more physically revitalized. It may take a couple of days, but I feel by the end of the week, when Saturn moves into your sector of friendship, the future, and your idealism, there is going to be a real opportunity to blend your creative strands with some far-reaching changes in your situation. It's almost like the ball game is completely changing. We've all been caught up in this Capricornian drama, which has been so intense, particularly over the last year, and it has had winners and it has had losers. But I think what it's basically saying to you is that if you reconnect to what makes you individual, even if not everybody you encounter does get you or accept you or sees your talent, eventually you will naturally find your audience without trying too hard. And critically, it's going to be the right people that come to you, the right job. And you could also find that a big goal you've had for some time, even from some years, you may have reached it and now actually lost interest in it. So you could find yourself resetting, recalibrating, focusing on your future in a much more dynamic way. It's been such a pleasure connecting with you in what's going to be an absolutely awesome week commencing the 16th of March. And remember, please click beneath this video to subscribe to my magazine, my mail outs, your free daily horoscope, or you can snaffle your year ahead personal horoscope and character analysis and get 30% off, or you can choose to have a one-to-one personal astrology reading with me. Thank you.